All right. What's going on, my beautiful people? This is Pilo with Digital 262, and you're watching Elite Talk.
Let's get active.
I'm going to put that laugh on there, too.
You like that? You like the little laugh?
Yo, what's going on, my beautiful people? My Elite Society, welcome to another episode of Elite Talk. My name is Pilo. I'm with Digital 262, and I'm here with the distinguished gentleman, my co-host. Let's welcome TJ to the scene. What's going on, TJ?
What's going on, my beautiful people? How's everybody feeling tonight?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Back again on my favorite day, Thursday.
Thursday, our favorite day, podcast day. Man.
Oh, yeah. Y'all getting out enjoying the weather, man? What y'all been doing lately?
What you been doing, JLZ? Because I haven't been doing nothing.
Man, I had to cut the grass today, man. That's about it.
Damn.
Yeah, it's hot out there.
Allergies and shit all fucked up.
Man, it's horrible, man. You know, you always got to talk about your drink, man. What is it that you're drinking? I saw that. That looked good. What is that?
This is just a raspberry lemon drop, man. Something
Dude,
like
the lemon
it's
drops,
the glass,
man.
bro. It's the glass.
I think it's the glass.
Yeah. I got a whole bunch of different glasses. I figured I'd switch it up, man. But yeah.
All right, my boy. And in this corner, we got my man JOC. What's going on, brother?
How we doing, man? Back at it again. Another episode.
What you been up to, man? Besides cutting the grass?
Man, honestly, man, not much, really, man. Just kind of chilling, man. Enjoying this nice little weekend off. So
yeah,
not too much.
Yeah, it's a good weekend to chill, man. The weather's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's out, man. It's just been a very, very good couple of weeks. So
yeah, most definitely.
But today we actually had a guest, and I'm gonna say it, man. You know, because we gotta say what we think. But we had a guest scheduled today, a female, and she backed out at the last minute, which makes me really sad. But if females. You know what? That proves my point, guys. That females are just scared of us. I think they're just scared of us. Yeah, because we're always right.
The lion's den.
Yeah, you put them in the lion's den. You know what the problem is? I'm gonna say it. The problem is that when a female knows they're wrong, they flee from the situation.
Okay.
They never just sit there and admit, you know what? You're right. They can never do that. So when they come onto this podcast, we prove them wrong all the time. So. They look at our podcast and like, those guys are right all the time. Why am I going to put myself in that situation?
You know what I think it is? I think it's when we talk about the majority of the time when we talk about a topic, we talk about it in a very general standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. And I think with females, we'll say something like, "Oh, I don't know, females don't bring nothing to the table," for an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the female would be like, "Well, not me. I bring this, and this to the table," right?
Right.
Yeah.
And then let's say next week, we say, oh, females are all the same. They don't bring nothing to the table. And the other female's like, oh, well, I bring exactly the same thing that the other female brought in the last week's episode,
Yeah.
So that's what I think about them. So
ladies, if you want to come on the podcast, you want to say, you put on your 2 cents and tell us what you think. Hey, let me know. I will put you on. But we do need ladies on this podcast. And, with that being said, I just want to promote something real quick. I'm going to do it in the beginning and I'm going to do it at the end. So next week, we have a very, very amazing episode. And let me just show you guys what to expect for next week's show. It is going to be Elite Talk After Dark. That's not the title of the program. But in this episode, next week, we're going to be talking about something that we've never talked about in this podcast. And it's sex. We never talk about sex, So we're gonna dive in to everything sex, everything that has to do with sex, everything from positions to what you like, what you don't like, what you prefer, what you think about but you never done, fantasies, fetishes.
We're gonna deeply indulge after dark. So
my God, we're gonna talk about everything.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have a special guest with us. So females, you want to jump on this one? Let me know. And, we can definitely talk about it. But gentlemen, today we're gonna have a very interesting topic I want to talk to you guys about, and I want to get you guys' thoughts on this situation. Mm-hmm. So today I want to talk about leadership. Mm-hmm. Leadership in a relationship. Who should take charge? Who should take charge of certain situations in a relationship? Do women, do they take charge of some situations? Do you let your girl take charge of certain situations? Or do you feel that you should take charge of everything, or there's certain situations or certain aspects of the relationship where you think you need to take care or take charge of? So, TJ, what do you think? What do you think is the most important thing that, let's say, a man needs to take care of?
Yeah. I think it's just the basic essentials, man. The bills, being a provider, a protector. A lot of people, leadership is one of my favorite topics to talk about, man, because I'm real passionate about it, especially when it comes to relationship dynamics. But it's just the basic essentials, just making sure business is being handled, taken care of, and just taking initiative. So many men, we live in a different generation now where so many men, they want the woman to take charge and take initiative, yet they wonder why they don't get respect at home.
Yeah.
Wonder why the woman is looking elsewhere, because that's not a natural place that a woman wants to be in. A woman wants to naturally feel provided for, taken care of, and a man just taking initiative, not a woman just telling a man to do something multiple times and before he does it one time. Like, a woman don't got to say shit to me. If she tells me something or we have like an expectation, the shit's done. Like, she doesn't have to question it. So
yeah.
Leadership is just taking initiative, being a boss, being a leader. Look at the relationship like a Fortune 500 company. You're the CEO, you're running shit. And what bosses do and what leaders do, they set people up in position. So I'm not always going to be the best person at something. I have to identify the strengths and the weaknesses of my dynamic. And if I'm weak at it, but my wife is good at it, then she's going to be the one in charge of that. And my ego is going to take a back seat, because we got to run an efficient machine here. So a well-oiled machine. So to me, the concept and the essence of leadership is pretty much that, just taking care of shit and handling business, man.
Yeah. Oh, I think in a perfect world, TJ, that would work. But you know what? Females these days, I don't think they think that way. I think females these days, you hear it all over social media. I don't need a man to do this. I don't need a man. And I think these new age women, man, they ain't shit. They ain't shit, man. New age women, this new generation of women ain't shit. And I say that because I see it all the time. Social media, they ain't shit. They ain't shit. Oh, man. They feel like
I don't think they ain't shit. I just think they're misguided, man. That's probably raised by like a single mother and a daddy dealt with them. And, when you don't have that, we talked about it a little bit last time. If you don't have that male presence in the household, and you raising little girls, like, they're going to grow up and have the same mentality.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of lost sheep, man. But we're here to bring them back, We got
to bring them back.
We got to round them up and spit some shit to them. So.
Yeah, right. Hey, Jay, what do you think? Do you think the man should be in charge?
I think TJ nailed it right there, man. I think it's in the name, leadership. Man needs to take leader. He needs to be a leader. He needs to provide for his girl. He needs to lead her. So, like, there's different roles. Like, I think the woman should, when it comes to nurturing, and raising the child, I think that's something that she might be more educated on than me as a male. But when it comes to paying the bills, protecting her, making sure things are in tip-top shape, that's my responsibility, and she might disagree when I tell her certain things. I think it's also my job to let her know, like, yes, it's easy for me to say, I'm telling you this because I say so, and that's the end of the conversation. But I think it's better if we discuss, why I feel this way. Hey, I'm telling you this because I'm expecting this type of outcome. It's not me being controlling. It's not me being, egotistical. It's not me being, misogynistic or whatever other words females have to throw around in there when it comes to us men. But, at the end of the day, we're leading you,
Yeah.
How many times does your boss tell you something you don't agree with, And
you have to do it.
But you have to do it,
Yeah.
What happens if you don't listen?
Right. There's consequences.
You're fired.
Absolutely. I tell my girl all the time, I'm like, there's consequence. There's positive and negative consequences to your actions. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm like, for sure. What type of consequence you want, that's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah. But the reason the reason I made that comment about women ain't shit, these this new generation, only because, let me say this, you know, and I talk about this in my previous podcast, how I like to do everything in a marriage. You know, in a relationship, I like to do everything.
Yeah.
And then the reason I'd like to do everything, I think, is more of a machismo thing. You know, if my wife ever comes up to me and says, you know what, I want to take over paying the bills. You know what? She might be better at it. She might be better at it. And as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that if I allow her to take care of the bills, we're going to have so much money left over. We're going to have money left over at the end of the year where we can take these trips, you know, because generally I think women are smarter than men in certain areas. But you know what? My manhood, my machismo will not allow me to do that. It won't let me. And you know what? And I speak for, you know what? Fuck that. I speak for the three of us because I don't think none of you will do it. You know, if your girl comes up and tells you, you know what, I want to take charge of the bills, I want to take charge of this, as much as you think, you know what, you know that she's going to do a better job, you're not going to let her. TJ, you're not going to let her.
You know what, man? Honestly, like, no bullshit. I've been in both situations. Mm-hmm. I've been in a situation where I was making more money. Well, I actually been in 3 situations. So this first particular situation, I earned more money, and naturally I'm an initiator. I took care of the bills and everything, you know, without a question. Yeah. Second situation I was in was like a 50-50 situation where we split it down the middle. And you know, it had its pros and cons, but I mean, part of me still felt like it was some sucker shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I went from taking care of everything to kind of taking a slight backseat, or like we business partners, like we split it 50-50. And then I've been in a situation where the woman made way more money than me, and she took care of most of the stuff. So that was a really humbling experience for me because, like I said, naturally I'm a 100% guy. That's how my dad raised me. You know, he took care of everything. Like my mom didn't have to worry about shit. So, I mean, it was resistance initially, but then after a while, you know, I was like, you know, it pretty much taught me, like, it doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. Like, if your woman makes more money than you, then it's okay. Like, I think it's just an ego thing, man. Society teaches us that it's like a competition. It creates like an internal civil war between you and your woman. Mm-hmm. I got to make more money. I got to have the leverage and control, but it's not about that at all. You clearly, like, cause leading is like, a lot of men think that leading is just financial, man. And it's not. Leading is emotional. You got to be able to regulate the tempo of the household. You know, women are more emotional. That's a fact. So men, when life, you know, hits women or hits the family, the man has to step in, and he has to control and dictate the pace. So you got to lead emotionally, mentally. You have to lead. You have to lead in every single capacity. It isn't just financial. So that third situation thoroughly taught me that, like, like any man could pay, but how else are you going to lead?
Were you okay with that? Were you okay with the female that you brought the example from? Were you okay with her? Yeah, were you okay with her paying everything or taking leadership?
It was hard at first, man. It took a good maybe 6 months to really thoroughly get used to it. Yeah. And after a while, I was like, you know, this is kind of nice, you know, like not to say I didn't do anything, you know, I took care of stuff, but like, for instance, like say you're married and your wife makes $200,000 a year and you only make $70,000 a year. Who should take care of more of the bills, you know?
Me.
Even if you're only paying or making $70,000 a year and she's
absolutely. You put it in one checking account and I'll take care of the bills.
Okay. Well, that's admirable, you know?
You know why I say that? JLC, I'll throw it to you after this. I say that because, man, I tell you, I hate these new age women. You know, you show them, you give them a little bit of
they take a mile.
They take not only a mile, Lambert, they'll take the whole freaking country. They think they own you. They own you. They own you.
So to you, it's about leverage. You don't want a woman to have any type of leverage on you.
You can say it that way.
You can terms,
You can say it that way.
If you're in a bad situation, if a woman is 100% and you're not paying anything, the moment she get mad or you have an argument, she'll throw that in your face.
Yeah, she's going to throw it in your face. She's gonna,
not all women, but the likelihood of it is pretty high.
TJ, all women. All women are going to throw it in your face. Absolutely. They're always going to throw it in your face that they don't need you. They make more money than you. They're always going to remind you that you ain't shit. So it's all a mind game. You have to show them, okay, even though you make more money than me, I need to be the man of the house, you know? And so they might, I think psychologically, you know, they might agree
Yeah.
but deep down they know who's in charge. They know,
You
they
literally feel like a man can only be the man of the house if he's contributing everything financially.
I think yes. I think
That's
the man
one component out of like 10 different components.
No, the man has to be in charge of everything. The man has to be in charge of everything.
So if a man isn't leading financially, right, but he's leading emotionally, mentally, as far as not only the woman, the kids as well, and he increases the morale in the household, that doesn't mean shit.
No, so the man doesn't necessarily have to make more money, TJ, but I think the man has to be in charge of where the finances go. Like you made a perfect example about being the CEO. The CEO has hundreds of employees, so he has to kind of, it's like a coach.
Delegation.
He has to delegate.
Put people in position.
Yeah. So a woman, in a relationship, in a marriage, I'm the coach. I'm the man. You just give me what I need to make things happen.
Let me tell you something, though.
But I'm going to make it happen.
Statistically, women are actually better at finances.
Oh, no, I believe you. 100%.
They're more organized than us naturally.
Oh, 100%. 100%. But see, that the thing is that when you give a female that leverage, they're going to take, like you just said, they take you give them a finger, they take an arm. And they're going to fuck you at the end. At the end, they're going to hold that against you. Always, TJ.
I can honestly say in that 100%, that last example that I used, she never did. She never held it against me. So I think you just got to choose a good woman. But
maybe you didn't piss her off.
Risk it. Like in the back of my mind, I'm like, as soon as I piss her off, I was just waiting for it. Like she got some in the clip, but she never unloaded it. So
but that's the thing. Maybe you didn't piss her off enough for her to actually use that, atomic bomb on you. But I think if you piss them off,
around long enough for that. So
I think if you piss her off long enough, they're definitely going to play that card, man. You see it on social media all the time, man. Things that didn't happen back in the day when we were married. It's happening now. You got all these independent women that believe that they don't need a man to do shit, and
those are women, don't you?
No, man.
Yes or no?
You know what?
You said that last podcast. You said, I hate these feminist movement.
Yeah, I hate the movement.
You gotta stand on that shit, bro.
I hate the movement. Let me be more specific. I love an independent woman.
Yeah.
I hate a woman that knows she's independent. I don't know if that makes sense. But if a woman knows she's independent, she'll treat you like shit. I don't need you. I'll pay my own bills. I'll pay my own car. I do everything myself. Those are very dangerous women. Very dangerous women. You can't marry a woman like that.
You got to get her in her soft girl era, man. You got to show her love she never experienced.
Oh, fuck that. Come on, DJ. Come on, man.
I'm speaking from experience, man. How you think I survived that?
Man, look, man.
Amongst other things, below the waist, but I don't want to just leave it about sex. We'll talk about that next week. But I just don't want men to think that they have to, a man leading is just purely financial. That's just one aspect. You know what I mean? So there's so many different components that a man has to lead in. And, I feel like that is the natural order. And even these women out here that they say they're so independent or whatever, if you take a man that will retire them today and they just chilling and they not paying any bills, I guarantee you almost 100% of the women will be like, shit, bet. Women don't naturally, some women want to work, but a woman doesn't want to feel like she has to work to hold the household together. She wants that to be an option. Say she has a passion for philanthropy or she's passionate about, just working and just having that little independence. But I feel like all together, no woman wants to pay any bills by herself. No woman wants to struggle by herself. If a man was like, babe, you get an allowance, you get to chill, I guarantee you that most women will take it. Not all, but most.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point. Jay, what do you think?
You know what? I think, honestly, I'm gonna agree with both of you. I think...
you can't agree with both of us, Jay.
No, hear me out.
That's not how this shit works.
Let me explain.
Pick a side, coward.
Let me explain. I think Pilo, I think you're right. I think the women now in our, in my generation, I should say, right, are very independent. You know, they base their behaviors and influence on social media. Right. So if you ask the majority of women now, right, let's say anywhere from, I don't know, 25 to 18, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much should a man make realistically, right? They're gonna say $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, half a
Right.
million, a million. I don't think they have a sense of how much money that really is. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't think they understand how much 50, 60, 70,000 is, because in theory, you could live comfortably off 50, $60,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's be honest, we as people, the more we
Before or
make,
after taxes?
the
That's like poverty level, bro.
right. About this is
Yeah.
my point. I
Yeah.
think we as human, the more we make, the more we want to spend.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
in theory, you could live comfortably off $67,000,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
But again, I got this money, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that, right? Now, I agree with TJ because I think the old school women are like that, where it's like, hey, yes, I make more money, but you're still my man, and I'm gonna respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just because I make more money doesn't mean, hey, you know what? I'm in control here. That just means I make more money, but you're my man. I'm gonna respect what you say. I'm gonna let you lead me. I'm gonna let you guide me. And women nowadays, especially like I said, anywhere, the younger ones really don't have. They don't know what that is. They think that's controlling and manipulative and all that shit. And and I think our music, I think social media plays a big role in that. Oh, well, I make all this money. I don't need a man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But that money isn't going to get you, emotionally comfort. It's not going to guide you.
Yeah.
If anything, I think the more money a woman makes, I think the more dangerous it is for her.
And what
For her?
For her.
Mm.
in a relationship?
Because that too, in the relationship as well. And the reason I say that is because she doesn't understand the value of that money. Because think about it, she's not gonna. If she has a man, right, the man's responsible. In my opinion, the man's responsible for the other bills.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right. So we know how expensive that can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But then how many times we don't go out and buy Gucci bags or all this stuff, right? Because we know that money can be invested somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you have that money and you have the extra, we call that fuck you money, then yeah, you go ahead and do so. But women are gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go do my nails first, I'm gonna do this, and then you know what? Maybe the rent will get paid. Maybe the mortgage will get paid.
So you think a woman by herself has that mentality? Like an independent woman that doesn't have a man that is making over 100,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mentality.
Not all women. I think some women are like that. I've definitely experienced or I know some women are like that.
Okay.
Or they'll put fun first over
Priority.
life. Yeah, priority.
Yeah.
Those are the women who has never paid a bill in their lives. Those are the kind of women that are the dangerous ones I'm talking about, man. They just don't have any concept of responsibility because they never had to, be put in that position.
Yeah.
Where they had to pay a bill or they had to pay a mortgage, they had to pay a car payment.
Here's the thing though, with that being said, like if I'm going to pay all the bills, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll use an example, right? This is just, a make-believe example, but let's say I pay all the bills and she's like, oh, well, can you buy me this? Can you buy me that? Can I get this? Can I get that? Right. I think it's you as a man should tell your girl like, hey, like this stuff costs money. Right. Like that, $10,000 $10,000, whatever you want, that money has to come from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's not like I have the money just free here and there,
Yeah.
like you're not paying for the bills.
Mm-hmm.
When you come home, the heat's on or the air conditioning's on, the water's warm, there's food on the table or food in the fridge, like all this stuff. All that stuff came from me. So that's what you have to do. That's what you have to kind of teach her and like let her know, like, hey, like
the value of a dollar.
The value of a dollar, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just because you have it doesn't mean I have it. But but keep in mind, this is getting paid so you can have it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. It's easy for women to think that like because they're not out making the money, it's easy to request these certain things. But that's what I mean. Like the importance of running a business or running a relationship, a marriage like a business. There has to be a level of efficiency. And if you're a woman, look at it like she's your business partner. Like we got to make smart financial decisions so that our business thrives versus being reckless. And like a man provides that type of structure for a woman. And even if she does get overzealous, he's like, look, babe, like you can get that bag, but I mean, we're going to have to budget for it and we're going to have to plan for it. We can't just go out and recklessly do it. We got shit we got to take care of.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a very good point. And that's when you get those independent women saying, see, you ain't shit. If I had a man that made $150,000 a year, he would have got me that bag. That's that independent thinking.
Yeah,
you know, so, you know, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with me? Do you guys agree with TJ? Do you guys agree with JOC? I don't know. Let us know. Write on the comments. Let us know what you think. And then we can definitely talk about what you think. But I personally think that it's a slippery slope, my friend. Once you start giving women more responsibility.
Every relationship you've been in, you took care of everything. 100%.
I took care of everything. I took care of everything, TJ.
So you can never have a sugar mama, huh?
You know what? People love.
No.
He thought about that. He was like,
Right.
You know what? At my age, I'm 45.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was waiting. Yeah, I was waiting for that. So now at 45, if a sugar mama approaches me and says, "You know what? I'm gonna take care of you, baby. All you gotta do is just give me that good D." Hey. You know, at 45, I already lived my life. I already did everything. I've had 2 marriages. I took care of everything. I mean, maybe it's time for me to take a break. When sugar mama comes up,
you need to be retired. Okay.
Yeah, you know, my manhood needs to be retired. Sure.
Okay.
But when in my marriages, you know, I took care of everything. In my relationships, I always took care of everything because they gave me a level of just feeling needed. You know, and as a man, I need to feel needed. If I don't feel needed, I feel like I'm worthless.
You think all men feel that way?
I think all men psychologically feel that way. The only men that don't feel that way are men that were, you know, they have that feminine, you know, kind of aura about them.
What you trying to call me, bro?
No, I'm not trying to call you anything.
I don't want to be needed. I want to be wanted, man. It's a difference.
You want to be what? You don't want to be needed, TJ?
Nah, needed for what?
Needed for everything. You're a man. I think
being wanted is more powerful than being needed.
You could have good. You could have good dick all day, Lambo. Every man in this world, most men will give good dick, or it's
not even,
you know,
it's not even sexual. It's like what you bring to the table. Like a woman, she wants your presence. Like there's 100 men that could give her dick. There's multiple men that probably could please her sexually and give her good dick. So it's not just sexually. It's about your vibe, your aura, what you bring to the table.
Sure,
what type of impact or impression, or how you imprinted this woman. You know, which makes a woman want you. Like a woman could, to me, a need is like more on a basic level. Like, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like we need water, we need food. Those are basic essentials that we need. But I feel like it's more powerful for a woman that has plenty of options that just says, you know what, I can have any guy I want. Yeah. But I choose you. I want you. I need you, or not need you. I want you.
TJ, that example you just gave.
Yeah.
You like what's your favorite dish?
My favorite dish? Oh man, I'll take it back to the South, man. I don't even mean to sound stereotypical. Fried chicken, some mac and cheese.
I knew you were going to say that. TJ, I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to say that. I just didn't want to say it first because I didn't want to.
You were about to say that?
Yeah.
You're a racist piece of shit, man. Fuck you.
So my point is, can you imagine you love chicken, right? I love chicken too. We all love chicken. But you imagine eating chicken every day. You want it. You eat chicken every day. After a while, you get sick of it. After a quick, month, you just want to you don't want to look at a chicken anymore. Just the thought of chicken just makes you sick.
Yeah.
But you gave the example of necessities, food and water, right?
Yeah.
That's something that you need. If you don't have it, you don't survive. So if a man is wanted, it's something that
like
just fades away. Huh?
You feel like it's fleeing. Versus a need is always going to be there. Exactly.
That's my point. So a need is something that it's primal. You need it. Yeah. It's something that you got to have all the time to survive. A marriage has to survive with a need. If a man is needed, it survives.
Wants could change.
Wants can change at any time. It can fade away. It could get stronger. And that's why I made the point why I say that a man. Well, me speaking for myself, to me is more powerful being needed and wanted because, when I first met my ex-wife, I was wanted. I was wanted, bro. Yeah. We wanted each other really bad, sexually in every way. Yeah. But towards the end of our marriage, after 16 years, it was just like everything was like work. We didn't want each other anymore. We needed each other, but she chose another path. But at the same time, the want was just gone.
Yeah, so, I feel that, man. Like, I think it's a combination of both, but I put more emphasis on being wanted than needed. I'll say the ratio is like 60-40. Because like you said, we all have that need. You know what I mean? But for a woman to want you, that's just a different level. That's a different type of affirmation versus
Yeah.
just being needed. That's like at the bare minimum. Just think of
Yeah.
like, I'll use an example, like you need food to survive, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're eating ramen noodles all the time, you know, you need it because you need to eat. But versus if pick your favorite food every day or your favorite steakhouse or whatever, or whatever case you may like or whatever,
Yeah.
you would always choose to opt to have that versus eating the ramen noodle all the time. That's a basic need.
Yeah.
I feel like people, instead of hamburger helper, if they could eat filet mignon, they would. More people would. So it's just, to me, it's just like it's a personal preference. I don't think it's a right or wrong situation.
Mm-hmm.
But like me personally, I get what you're saying though. I like when men feel needed, and that does make a man feel good. But I think being wanted takes more precedence over that. But I mean, we could agree to disagree, but I do get your point, man.
Yeah. Well, Jay, what do you think, man?
No, yeah,
Mr.
I mean,
Youngin
honestly,
over there, Mr. Wet Behind the Ears.
I mean, honestly, I think TJ
I got titty
definitely
milk on his breath.
right.
I can smell it from here.
I think TJ made some good valid points. You know, I never really thought about it that way when it comes to needed versus wanted. Honestly, to me, it's the line between what is different is so thin, right? It does to me. It doesn't matter if she tells me she wants me or needs me. Honestly, because I think they're both pretty similar to the same.
Yeah. Jay, you can tell you're young as fuck. You can tell you haven't had an experience.
I'm not 50.
You're in.
How old are you, Pilo?
Me?
Yeah, for real.
45. Damn. You know what though? That's a sign of wisdom. It's a sign of, you know, the old one.
You're gonna sit on your balls shortly.
No, you know what? People say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. The older the berry, the sweeter the juice, baby. Just remember that.
Technically, the older the berry, the closer it is to throwing away.
The most it stinks. Yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah, like I am the younger of the three here. So, like, you know,
you just turned 26, right, Juan?
I just turned 26. Yup.
So
like Pilo.
So you're 26, I'm 35, Pilo's 45. So there's literally a 10-year age gap.
10-year gap, yeah.
3 different generations.
You're right. So, and a lot has happened between those 10 years, right? So, Pilo, you said you've been in 3 marriages, right?
Two
marriages.
Two.
I'm setting you up, bro. I'm setting you up here.
You out already. That's crazy.
TJ, have you ever been married?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so you've been married. So I've never been married, right?
Yeah.
I think my longest relationship was 2 years, and
That's your longest relationship?
That's my. So I've only been.
He's a baby.
I've counted now. I've only been in 4. Counting now, I've only been in 4. But the first one, my first was the longest I've ever had. It was 2 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then again, I was 16 when it first started. So what do you really know about a relationship? Nothing. Right. That's you can consider that just like bullshit at that point, right?
You was dry humping and shit.
Right. Just didn't even know what the fuck sex was at that point, right? Yeah, so all this like me now being a young man, you know, I'm 26 now, all this is new to me, right?
Yeah.
So like I just bought a house at the beginning of the year. That's new to me.
Yeah.
Right? The simple things like the simplest things that you guys know because you guys are older, I don't know. Or I'm just now learning, right? Yeah, and you might be like, oh, how do you not know that? Well, you know, I've never experienced that situation, right? Yeah. So now, you know, with my girlfriend, she's moving in or she moved in and all this other stuff, right? Like, and I tell her like, I'm not experienced in this field, right? So I can't help or give you advice on something I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is me just learning it as we go, you know. So, you know, like I said, when I agree with both of you, I've been told I have that older man mindset, right? You know, and then not only looking at like my past, but you know, my family members. That's why I can agree with TJ when it comes to sometimes the money doesn't really matter as long as the man can lead the family. Yeah. But then again, me being the age I am, I agree with Pilo when he says, you know, bitches ain't shit, you know. So That's why I can.
Just imagine, just imagine you single, Juan. Like, honestly, is the dating
honestly,
pool is the dating pool full with fecal matter? Like, just it's bullshit.
Mm,
yes,
yes.
there isn't me. If I was single right now in this very moment, man, there wouldn't be nothing out there.
You'll be
You
doing you.
know, it would be a honestly. Do you guys remember
Yeah.
back in the day, probably when Pilo was, I don't know, my age, what, 30, 40, 50 years ago? So, how hard it was to get a nude from a female? You would have to grind that female, right? I think might have made this topic
You'd have to meet her
before.
parents damn near.
Right,
Mhm.
damn near,
Yeah.
right? Just to get a simple bra and panties picture, right? Now it's like bitches are selling their buttholes for $2.99 on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that's how different it is,
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, it's different, A lot of things have changed for sure. A lot of things have
It is
changed.
very, very different. When my I want to talk about this, but when my future ex-wife left, I tried
When your future
dating-
ex-wife left,
when the
is she
future
your
ex-wife.
ex-wife now?
No, because we're still married.
or-
Legally, we're still married. Until
Alright.
hopefully next month when the divorce gets final and
Is it
she's
final next month?
next month she's out, man.
Yeah.
Next month I'm divorced, and next month I don't give a fuck. So, my point was that when she left,
Yeah.
I decided later on that, let me enter the dating pool. So I started going into these dating websites. I've never done dating websites in my life. Never in my life.
Shit and
Man, I did Plenty of Fish.
Yeah.
I did Ashley Madison. I did,
That's a fun site, man.
but the problem was that I fell for the bullshit that they were selling. So I'm thinking, I went on Plenty of Fish, and I'm like, damn, okay, so it's $35 some a month. Okay, $35. Then every time you want to send a girl a message, you got to pay for the message. So I'm like, fuck, okay. So there's another $5. Yeah, so it's another $5 or $10 per whatever for a girl. I'm like, okay, I pay that. So by the end of the day, I'm already paying like $100, and later on, you find out that these girls are playing you. These are actually guys on the other end just fucking with you, catfishing you. Yeah. So then
Have
I'm
you
like,
ever
okay,
been catfish?
well, it depends. I know I've never been seriously catfished where I go meet a girl and it's a guy, but I've been catfished to the extent that
Like
I'm talking to a girl online, right? And I'm chatting and we're having a good time, man. We even get as close as probably having a little cyber sex, you know what I mean? And then find out that later on she's like, no, she'll send a message saying, listen, if you want more, can you send me $10 because my phone bill is due, or can you send me $50 because my phone bill is due and it's about to disconnect and we can no longer have these conversations if you don't send me $50.
That's terrible, man.
I'm like, oh, here we go. This is probably some African guy, in Africa, taking advantage of me.
The fuck out of you.
Yeah. So these days, I think my point is that the dating pool these days, TJ and JOC, you hit it right on the head. It's horrible. It's horrible. The girls are not the same quality. They're not the same quality as when I was growing up. When we were growing up, TJ, not the same quality. And not only that, but their priorities are very different. When I was growing up, when my first marriage, men had a sense of, feeling like we would just discuss, feeling needed. So the man took care of a lot of things. Yeah. Now with this new age of women, this new generation of women, they have a strong mentality. The Me Too movement, all that's all bullshit, man.
So we
what I really
talked
think
about. Okay, wow.
Oh, I was gonna say, what I really think has affected us as dating, and it's not even like the females or the males, because I think with anything, especially in this world, is we're very two-sided. Either politics, we're very two-sided, right? When it comes to males and females, you're either blue pill or red pill, or submissive or independent, right? I think everything got really, really complicated when our phones came in play.
Yeah,
because when my mom and dad were dating, getting married, there wasn't phones. They had the one on the wall. You just kind of dial it up or whatever. But they didn't have to worry about competition. They didn't have to worry about what's real and what's fake. Their circle of what they know was a lot smaller than what we know now.
Yeah.
Right. Think about how many times we'll go on Instagram, for example. We'll see this beautiful, model. Right. And we're like, damn, why can't my girl look like that, or whatever the case is, right? They didn't have that back then. There was no comparison back then. So I feel like now, I strongly do believe that at the end of the day, men and women, Oh yeah, absolutely. I think at the end of the day, men and women want the same thing. I think we both want someone that we can find that we want to love and spend the rest of our lives with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The bare
Yeah.
minimum, I feel like we both agree on that same issue
Yeah.
or that same want.
Yeah.
Right. But now we start getting picky and
Mhm.
this and that, and
Mm-hmm.
and and oh well, you know, Brittany's man is bringing her flowers every day. Why can't my man bring me flowers every single day?
Yeah.
That
On
means he must
Instagram
not love
comparing
me.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, that's
Yeah.
that's where cracks start developing in the foundation, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Comparison
it
is
gets
the
bad.
thief of joy, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Especially on
Yeah.
Instagram and stuff. I think we kind of identified like what leadership is and a man's role in that. So with that being said, what do you fellas think that a woman's role in leadership is on the flip side? How does a woman
You,
lead in her relationship?
I
Go ahead,
think
Jay.
I think I might have dabbled on this a little bit earlier in the topic. I think, in my opinion, it comes to nurturing and taking care of the
Mm-hmm.
kids, and being a mom. If anything, I think a mom forces a woman, in theory, it forces a woman to be a woman.
Yeah.
You know, let me take care of all the hard stuff that's going outside in the world while you take care of what's important, and that's our child.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how, and she might be more educated in like, hey, instead of holding him this way, hold him this way.
Yeah.
That's where she needs to lead me. That's where she needs to teach me and let me know if I'm
Okay.
doing right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's just my opinion. That's
Yeah,
at
I feel
least
the
one
same way.
example where
That's
where
great.
women need to take charge.
Yeah. That's great. They need to take care of the household. They need
Mhm.
to take care of the things that matter because men lack on a lot of things. We lack on a lot of things.
Mhm.
We don't have all the answers. So I think that's where women come to play.
Mhm.
When we're with our wives, they take care of the children. They take care of things that we just don't have the capacity of dealing with. So
For sure.
but it's always a
You know,
team. It's always a team.
Pilo, you said something, and I want to get both of you guys' opinion on this. You said women need to take care of the household, right? I'm assuming you mean by cleaning, making sure everything's done, laundry's done, cooking,
Sure, the
cleaning, all that
cooking
stuff,
and all
right?
that. Yeah.
What's your thought process on that, TJ?
About women just taking care of the household, cleaning and stuff.
Cooking, cleaning,
Yeah,
making sure
I would-
laundry's done, dishes are done, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I have a different take on that. I don't believe a woman should necessarily be barefoot in the kitchen cooking with a baby on her hip. Like, I just feel like it's just about delegation. Like, my ideal relationship is like a partnership. Like, I was raised in a household where, my dad, he was 100%, but both of my parents made pretty good money. So to me, I look at a great relationship like a business, like,
Mm-hmm.
and we split it down the middle. Like, we decide, like, it doesn't have to be financially, but we decide what our roles are. It's like being on a basketball team. I'm the point guard, or she could be the point guard. I'm the center. I'm getting rebounds and playing defense. She's distributing the ball, distributing the offense. So I look at it like a woman. We would have to decide, like, hey, I do laundry, you do the dishes, or I'm always going to take the garbage out, or there's certain things I don't feel like a woman. It's 2025. We can't compare the 1970s to 2025. We got to be more dynamic and more realistic with the times.
Yeah.
And a lot of women don't even want that anymore. A lot of women were suppressed back in the day, where they felt like they didn't have a choice, and which is a reason why we have the feminist movement, because women want to feel like they're taking their power back because they never had an option. So I never want my woman to be in a situation where she feels like she doesn't have an option. You can do whatever you want to do. We just have to decide which role you're going to play. And I'm going to decide which role I'm going to play. And we're going to commit to that. And we're going to win the championship by our formula. So
Yes, sir.
I look at it kind of differently than that. Cause I clean, I clean, I cook. I'm really meticulous about my cleaning. Like, I could cook probably better than most women. I'm not trying to like shit on anybody out there, but so there's certain things that women that could be considered their primary agency, but I don't value because I know how to do it myself, if not better. So I look for different things. Like, I want you to inspire me, figure out ways for us to both make money. You know what I mean? Like, come up with business ideas and pitch some shit. Inspire me to be a better man. Just I look at different type of things when it comes to that. So
yeah, that's a good point, man. But with that being said, gentlemen, let's move on, because we have a special segment that we like to call Hater of the Week. With my boy JOC. What you got, my man? Let's do this. Let's do this.
All right, gentlemen. All right, man. So this one right here pisses me off.
Oh,
right?
God. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
And this is why. Because the whole reason we've been talking about this was leadership, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think TJ segued it perfectly into my hater of the week. It's not the 1990s or 80s anymore, right? So things are different. However, women want equality, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I only think they want equality when it benefits them the most. And this is what I mean by that, gentlemen. So lately, if you guys haven't heard, there is a new app out there called the T app. Right now, I'm gonna just give you a quick brief of what the T app is. Right, so the T app is a social networking app for women that allow them to share information about men they are dating or interested in. So this app is only for women and women only. Men cannot access this, cannot get in, none of that. Right?
Yeah.
It's been described.
You're a woman.
Yup, you have to put your ID and you have to put your personal information in to verify that you are a female.
Yeah.
Right. It's been described as a Yelp-like service for dating, where women can anonymously, I put that in quotes, post details, reviews, and warnings about other men. Right. The app became popular in July 2025, so this app is a month old, if that. Right. Now, the reason I make this hater of the week is because if we men made an app like that, right, exactly the same app, just for men, we would be thrown under the bus. We would be called every name possible.
Chauvinistic.
Absolutely.
Everything, misogynistic, man. It would be World War III here. It would be terrible, right?
Yeah.
So I can see women taking this as a joke, right? However, this is not okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay because now, again, we already, honestly, in my opinion, I think we as men already have an uphill battle to begin with because females hate men and all this other whatever crap they want to use.
Man
This just
versus
makes us
women.
look even worse. Yes, this just makes us look even worse, right?
Yeah.
Now, that's hater of the week, right? Whoever, to the female or male or whoever made this app, and to the females using this app, fuck you guys. You guys suck.
Shame on you. Shame on you. Yeah.
Now,
Let's
to end this episode on a happily ever after.
Yeah.
Recently, this app got hacked, right? And it exposed to the public every female's public information that they used on this app.
Yeah.
Their house address, their ID, their government name, their pictures, everything.
Wow.
And you won't believe who these females are. You guys take a guess?
Who they are?
It's not. Yes, like how these females look like, because it's not my generation, right?
I can only assume that they're older.
They are listen, and don't people watching don't hate me.
The
right?
T-teams out there.
This is just me. I'm the messenger here, and the proof is in there. But these are middle-aged, probably late 30s, early 40s, probably divorced, fat, ugly white women.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
You know,
of course.
That's
to ask
for
about.
you guys.
Just
Yeah,
imagine
you know
that.
what?
Like, let's flip this entire thing. What if, okay, so say the T app was like created by men, and like we were talking earlier about like we use an analogy like the Carfax and shit. So say like only men could join this site, and then say like it was a woman Juan was interested in. We plastered her picture and was like, oh, this chick got multiple baby daddies, her credit score is 400, like just ripping this woman up to shreds. She's a runner, she's a track star, she's the throat goat in her neighborhood. We'd be looked at crazy, man.
Let's keep it.
Crazy.
Let's simplify it. Let's simplify it. What if it was just a simple app, right? Where you put the female's picture up, right? And every time that female has had a sexual partner, that sexual partner likes the picture.
I like that. We should start that.
Can you imagine
Talk about a whole facts.
Man,
whole facts.
It would be all over the media.
A whole
it would be
facts.
all over everything.
Hey, we're gonna start a whole facts.
I was gonna say,
Facebook.
fellas, do we have a new business?
I think.
Or what?
Hey, whole facts.
Whole facts.
Before you date a woman, you look her up on the whole facts. It'll tell you their entire body count. And if you pay the premium price, it'll give you the name of the guys that they're sleeping with.
Yeah,
I like that.
All you see is this. You'll see Pilo like this.
Hey, I'm gonna have to hit. I'm gonna have to hit him with one of these.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, JLC.
Man.
Thank you for that hitter of the week.
That was hitter of the week, baby.
That was good. So if you guys are on the T app, you're in trouble. So remember, ladies, gentlemen, write down in the comments. Let us know what you think about the podcast. It's we're having a great time doing this, man. But we do this for you. You know, this is an educational podcast, an entertainment podcast, but we want your input. So if you guys want to join this podcast, be part of it, please write in the comments. Let us know what you think, and we'll have you on the podcast. But next week, remember, next week, we have a beautiful special podcast, and that's going to be Elite Talk After Dark, baby. Oh, yeah.
You got to get your Barry White right, bro.
Yeah, man.
Say it again. Rewind it.
Okay.
Redo.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Next week.
Get in character. Get in character.
Yeah.
Next week, we have Elite Talk After Dark, where we talk about what women want. What do you like in bed, baby? Do you like it this way? Do you like it that way? Do you like when I do this? Do you like when I do that? How do you like it? You let me know. I'm here for you. So Elite Talk After Dark, where we talk about our taboos. We talk about our fetishes. Where we talk about what we like, what we don't like. Don't lick it here, lick it here. What do you like? Where do you want me to put it, baby? Where do you want it? You let me know. So that's Elite Talk After Dark next week. So come join us next week. It's going to be an interesting podcast. We're going to have special guest females coming out to the podcast. They're going to, and I think that podcast is going to, I think we're going to be, that's the only podcast I think that we're going to lose, guys. Because I think these females are going to educate us on a lot of things that we thought we knew, that we thought we were experts at, you know? So he's like, well, G-spot, is there such thing? Yeah. No, there isn't. Oh, I didn't know that. So, you know. Yeah. So it's next week. It's going to be a very interesting podcast. So all that being said, and you know, I want to just give out a quick PSA out there before I do final thoughts. In dating sites, if a girl just takes a picture of their face and every time you swipe it's just their face, they're fat as fuck. They are fat as fuck. Would that be would they just take pictures of their faces only? Yeah, exactly. They're fat as fuck. Don't go for it. They're fat.
You sound mad, bro.
Oh, yeah, I know. Listen, bro. I'm gonna bless you and everybody else that's watching this with a little bit of sauce, okay?
Yeah.
If you are on a dating site, right, and you see the female, right, and you see her Instagram handle or whatever type of handles on under there, go ahead, copy that. Go to Instagram, place it on there, and see more pictures and more information before you get scammed again, my boy, okay? Yeah. Because I don't want you to go on the date, and next thing you know, she's fucking you, okay? Yeah. So,
are you mad? You want to talk about something?
No, you know, I'll leave that for the After Dark podcast.
Actually, question for you, Pilo, honestly, right, before we go on.
Yeah.
How much money have you spent on these dating sites?
A lot. Bro, what the fuck kind of question is that? That's undisclosed information, my friend. Like $400.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
Yeah, like $400.
Okay. So you know how people have addictions to things, right?
What'd you say, Jay?
You know how people have addictions to things, right? Like
it's not an addiction.
I know. First of all, the first step in trying to get better is admitting you have one.
Admitting you have a problem. Yes,
but every time you want to spend money, how about you just send it to me, and I'll hang on to it.
How about I send you $400 and you send me a girl?
Oh fuck, bro. You asking the wrong man.
That's the only reason you go.
I see the day.
Actually, you know what? You know what? I think I have two of mine that come to mind. So I got you, bro. Send me the $200, $200, and I got two that come to mind.
No. It's okay. I'll pass.
Matter of fact, bro, you
pass.
send me $400, bro. I'll send you a 2-for-1 special, bro.
That's okay. I'll pass.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah, I'll pass.
Like, I don't want shit from you.
I don't want shit from you, JOC. You're dangerous, man. So, my Elite Society, thank you guys for joining us in this episode of Elite Talk. We're gonna have final thoughts. JOC, what you got? Final thoughts.
Honestly, man, I'm just really excited for next week's podcast. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be
After
a good
dark,
one,
baby. After dark.
Listen, man, you keep talking to me like that, man, I'm gonna have to take you home. Okay, so you gotta chill out. But when it came to this week, man, it was different. I definitely learned a couple things, not only from you but from TJ as well. Opened up some mindsets. So it was a good one. It was a good episode today for sure. Yeah,
there's definitely a lot of information. TJ, what you got, my man?
I just want the fellas out there to just realize, like leading is beyond financial. Take care of your business financially, but also lead your woman emotionally, mentally, spiritually, in every realm, and just pour into her, and you'll be surprised what you'll receive in return. So that's all I gotta say.
All right, very good, my man. And remember, next week we're going to have Elite Talk After Dark, where we talk about everything fucking. So we're gonna have special guests. We're gonna have, if you are a man that doesn't understand why is my woman like so dry in bed, we're gonna show you and tell you why your woman is dry in bed, why your woman isn't giving you head, why your woman isn't doing this in bed. So join us next week, August 7th at 7 p.m. and we're gonna tell you why you are in the position you are. At Elite Talk After Dark, baby, where we're gonna talk about.
I'm gonna just be quiet on, man.
No, are you kidding me? You're the one that has to be more vocal.
Huh?
You're the one that has to be more vocal. Are you serious? No, absolutely not.
All people.
Because you're Mr. TJ.
Oh, man.
Mr. Smooth.
What's understood doesn't have to be explained.
Very good, my friend. With that being said, thank you to my Elite Society. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, JOC. That's been a great episode. I hope everyone really is able to take something home from this. We make these podcasts, like I said, for educational entertainment purposes. Yeah. We're here for you. But, if you're a female, please get in touch with us. We females on this podcast. We need to kind of, shake it up a little bit.
Something about that?
Absolutely.
So many women coming for us, man. Defend yourselves. Like, y'all sit back and watch it, talk shit.
They talk shit.
It's a male's podcast, but we love and we invite a woman's perspective as well. It's nothing like a woman's touch, but you can't sit and watch and complain and talk shit but not be active. We want you to be active. Participation is essential. We're not gonna bite, unless you want us to, but I mean, Pilo might bite you,
I will.
We're not gonna hurt you. So I really want the female engagement to increase because we really value your opinion as well. So
absolutely,
it's not just about us.
Absolutely, very true, very true. So remember, females, please get in touch with me. Send me an instant message. Tell me you're full of shit, Pilo. Everybody there's full of shit, or I agree. Whatever it is, we need your perspective. We want to know what you think. Because we can tell you our perspective all day, which I'm sure you already know. Most of you are married. Most of you are in a relationship. But sometimes your man ain't listening. So listen, come on this podcast. Let us know what you think. We don't know. And that's why we think what we think, because this is all we know is what men think. So hit me up. And then we'll talk about that. Remember, next week on the 7th, we got the Elite Talk After Dark episode. Please join us for that. JOC, TJ, thank you guys very much. Great episode. To my Elite Society, we love you. To the next one. Peace.